Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to another episode of Safe Space for Men. I'm your host, Ron. Before we get started, please remember to review, like, download, and subscribe to the podcast. I appreciate it. It's been a long week for me. Busy. I say busy. Not really long. It was a really busy week. I had a lot to do. I picked up a lot more hours at work this week, kind of getting back in the flow. Previous week, I had a lot of shit going on where I needed to take off. I had stuff I had to take care of or whatever. Friday, I got to go to a book reading. A good friend of mine, Stalisa, she released her Dear Daughter book. Well, she released it a couple weeks back, but she just dropped the actual book form, which is really decent. I got a copy right here, as y'all can see. You can see on the video. But it's I don't know. It was a really nice event. I love the book. I think just being somebody with daughters like that, it was a terrific concept of, just giving. It's almost kind of like a blueprint for like navigating through childhood as a kid or as a daughter. So I really thought it was dope that she. I was so proud of her. She was really nervous up there reading and stuff, but I was really proud of her. She did a really good job. It was a really, really nice event. It was a lot of people there, man. It was really nice to see. Like I like seeing people are supported really well, and she had a lot of her family, a lot of friends. It was a packed house for the event. The space where they were at was really nice. So if you're looking for a book to buy, reach out to her. It's Dear Daughter. You can get her at I am Talisa on IG. I will drop the link. I could put the link on my page. I'll just repost it on my page to get to her book. But again, she just did a great job. I'm so proud of her, man. It's good to just see like folks doing, just doing the right shit, doing positive stuff, especially like our people, not doing, the typical bullshit. So it was really good. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so that's why I got pink on today. Actually, I'm gonna talk a little bit about that just because. It's especially like in the black community, I know there's like a really high death rate. Black women have a 40% higher death rate than other races, from dying from the disease, which can be scary. They do have a slightly lower incident rate. I think it's like out of every 100,000, it's like 5 less than the next race or something like that. The bottom line is everyone needs to be getting checked. It's important to just make sure you're taking the time, especially once you get up there. Because once you start getting a certain age, you should be checking everything, but you want to make sure, ladies, you guys are just getting checked. Because we need you guys here for as long as we can. A few of the causes that I looked at were cigarette smoke, secondhand smoke, exposure to sun, overweight or obesity, excessive alcohol use or infectious disease. And it's crazy. I feel like every time I like research some type of cancer, especially when it comes to like black folk, it's something to do with the sun, which is like the weirdest shit ever. It's like the more we get exposed to sun, like we're more I guess at risk to catch some type of cancer, which is fucking strange. But some of the warning signs, you'll see like new lumps in the breast or your armpit, thickening and swelling, irritation of the breast area, redness or flaky skin, pain in the nipple area, or discharge in the nipple area, not like milk or anything, but like just discharge or blood or something like that, So yeah, again, it's just important to make sure we're out here getting checked and doing everything you can do to prevent from getting it. I know a few people with breast cancer. I've lost some people to breast cancer that I've known for like a really long time. Some really good people. So it's like all cancers. It attacks very fast. I had a friend of mine, his wife. She passed after I think she was fighting the disease for like 4 or 5 years, and it was like quick. It literally like one day, like I remember like seeing her stop at the job to see him, and then like 2 months later we were like at her funeral. And like the 2 months before that she was like perfectly healthy. So again, ladies, just make sure we're getting checked. Our moms, our sisters, our aunties, our grandmoms, everybody. Just make sure we get in check. That fucking Jada Pinkett. So this week, Jada Pinkett. Somebody need to take her phone, like take everything from her, cause she's doing too much now. She out here, she got Will really looking bad, man. You know, again, I'm not in their house. I don't know the situation, but I can't help but just feel like some of the shit she's saying is fucking lies. Now she telling people that Tupac proposed to her while he was in prison, and I'm like, I could have swore Tupac was like engaged or about to be engaged to Quincy Jones' daughter. I think her name was like Kadada Jones or something like that. But even that was how it was in the movie. Like in the movie, she came to see him, but and of course the movie doesn't have all the facts. But like she came to see him like when he was doing all like the crazy East Coast West Coast stuff, and she wanted him to like to tone it down and stuff. But yeah, I'm sick. Bottom line, I'm sick of her. I really am. She is doing too much. She's saying she was a drug dealer. Now she used to sell drugs when she was a kid or a teenager. She gotta sit the fuck down. She got Will Smith out here looking crazy. Lucky she don't have a typical Philly brother, because it probably would have been going up beside her head. Like, she's talking too much. I was watching an interview, well, part of it, clips of it, where she was saying that they had been separated since 2016. So now, of course, everybody else is like, all right, so then why would he want to smack somebody in your defense? Why was he, keep my name, my name, my, all that. Like, why would, if y'all wasn't together? And I don't know. It's one of like the weirdest and most strangest stories like I've ever seen. She comes off as very like narcissistic, very fucking evil. Like, I seriously worry about Will's mental health at this point, and everyone in their house, them kids, or he might just be immune to it at this point. But I definitely believe that, like, at a certain point, his mental health was not intact. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Like, I why not just divorce her? Like, get it. Maybe he don't want to lose out on money, but I would hope that he had a prenup or some type of prenup. But it's so disturbing. It's like every time I see her name pop up on my feed or pop up somewhere, it's like something negative where she is really making him look ridiculous. And I mean, he's probably like a nice dude. I don't know, but I don't know. I just feel for him. And I know people want to say like we don't know what he has done behind closed doors to her, or if he's had affairs or so on. But even if he has, and I'm not saying it's okay, the difference is he's not out here like on Front Street blasting the business, making her look foolish, and just telling all their business. Like, you rarely ever hear anything from him. Even when like they're like in movie premieres, he kissing on her, he's on her, he like they look like they're a happy married couple, which also lets you know that looks can be deceiving. But I know I'm not staying in no situation like that. My wife get to embarrassing me or my girlfriend, whoever, baby moms or whatever, you got to go. Like, we done. Because you can't, especially when you got the spotlight on you like that, that's a lot. That's heavy. It's fucking crazy. I don't know. It's just really been disturbing me. Today we're gonna talk about friendship breakups, or just like outgrowing people, and just in a lot of cases, friendship breakups are actually a lot harder than romantic relationships, because these people that you're like cutting off or you just moving on from, they know most of your like secrets. They know like all the good and the bad about you. That's who you've been confiding in. That's who's seen you go through things, through losing people, through death, through everything. So they kind of know all your business. And I don't know, I just think it's really, depending on the relationship, it could be really hard to like move on from that. And I feel like nobody talks about how broken you feel after you decide that certain people are no longer good for your life. And, it's nothing wrong with deciding that, but it's a really difficult thing to process and to go through. The amount of trust and stuff you have invested with your friends is something that you can't measure. I know mostly all my friends, even people that I'm not cool with anymore, but all of my friendships for the most part are over like 10 years. I have people that I've met recently who are like really good friends, but like my solid friendships, the ones where I know I can like pick the phone up and we can discuss anything, we can talk about whatever. I've got time. Like I know these people since I was a kid, before facial hair, before I had kids. You know what I mean? While I was still in school, and those some of the, like the more pure relationships. I mean, well, friendships. But they know pretty much all my business or anything I've been through. They've seen me go through it, good and bad, embarrassing shit, anything that I've been through, ups and downs. And I understand, like, at least for me, like sometimes you just outgrow people. A lot of times, you start looking at your life and you're changing the things you're doing. And I want to do these things and I'm going this way. And you have these people that are going that way. And it's kind of just like, we don't align no more. And most times, at least in my experience, you can feel that, that the path just doesn't align any longer, And sometimes you want to elevate your life. You want to do different shit and they want to stay idle. I've experienced that too. I don't like, one thing about me, I don't like doing the same shit over and over and over again. Anything, vacations, weekly shit. I don't want to do the same shit all the time. Like I'm very like adventurous and I just want to do different shit. I get bored very fast. So I really don't want to be around people that aren't really lining up with that or lining up with the things that I want to do. I have the right to be selfish when it comes to, me. So it's really nothing wrong with that. I had to learn and understand this though, that it's okay to cut people off for whatever reason. A lot of times, again, sometimes you could be around people that as you start to change your life, they get jealous. As you start to go to the gym, get jealous. As you start to change the way you eat, whatever it is. I've experienced that. Or even as you start to date different people, you know what I mean? Like, cause now, and I'm not saying you should have to choose between the two, but a lot of times, like you could be dating somebody and they for whatever reason, they're not a fan of it, or it could be many things. It could just be you never brought anybody around them, and then when you do, or they feel like they're losing their friend, and then it's like animosity there or jealousy. And I don't agree on any of that from any side. So you just gotta, like see the changes and see the shit that's going on, or you could, like, again, you could feel it. Anytime I've had to cut people, I really felt it. I felt like there was jealousy there was some hating going on, whatever was going on. And I began to feel like they didn't want what was best for me anymore. So I just had to say, fuck it, I can't be around it. Also, having people around you that's gonna drain you, that shit will destroy your mental health. And I talk a lot about mental health here. I'm not compromising my mental health for nobody. No relative, nobody, no child, no neighbor, no friend, nothing. That is my top priority, next to being a dad. But yeah, you're not gonna drain me. That, and a lot of the symptoms, like after you cut people off, you'll have anxiety, you may have depression, you may feel a little lonely, but it's part of the process of, getting that toxic shit out your life, and understand, like, I get, like, they was your support system and you're gonna feel lost and empty because you don't have them anymore. But again, I don't want anybody around that's no longer feeding the things that I need fed. And it doesn't make you or me a bad person, or even them. You just got to learn to understand that right now, where I'm headed in life, they're not going, and that's not where you want to go. For me, I know I got tired of like showing up for people that I didn't feel like they reciprocated, or they showed up for me the same way that I showed up for them. And again, like recognizing that as I get older, because I'm very observant, and like I feel like there should be no favoritism amongst friends. And once I seen that with individuals, I just was like, you got to fall back, because if our friendship is pure, like every friendship is different, but again, you can feel the favoritism. You can feel when people are treating some different than they treat you. And again, just get the fuck away from that, man. Like I said, I'm all about, like, again, mental health, and not fucking burning myself out, which is also something that I felt. I felt like I was burnt out from catering and building up other people in previous friendships, and now I just really don't have the capacity to do that shit, I personally, I've had like several friendship like breakups or where like the friendship is altered. I remember a dude that I've known since I was like 13, you know, and every situation with him, it was always a girl. It was the strangest fucking shit. When we were kids, it's like, all right, that's kid shit. But when we got older, because he did something weird in high school with like a girl that I was dating and talking to, and then after I was done, like he wanted to date and talk to her, but that's high school. Like we were fucking kids. But then he did it again as an adult, and it was this like the strangest shit. And again, like he knew that I was seeing a girl, whatever. Whatever. Me and her stopped talking. Cool. He like goes behind my back and starts talking to her, then has a baby with her and all that, ends up marrying her and everything. But then like gets mad at me and stops talking to me because I guess Nick now he's uncomfortable because like you're married to somebody who like you used to be with one of your close friends, and obviously me and him aren't friends anymore. But it's just those type of people, man. You like anybody that does shit like that, does fuckboy shit like that. Like I can't deal with you because I mean I was totally comfortable with if he just came to me and said, hey, I like her, da da da. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm whatever. She's a good person. You're a good person, or so I thought. And you know, go ahead, do your thing. But my man, he decided to like do all that like flaky shit and then just completely stopped talking to me. I mean, like really just everything, like blocking on social media, blocking on the cell phone, everything. And I was like, what the fuck did I do? Like if anything, I should be the one doing the blocking. I should be the one, you know, in my feelings. And I just wasn't. I had another friend, a girl that I have known for like 10 or 12 years. We used to be super tight. I may have mentioned it before. I mean, like we were really, really good friends. And then like life happens. She moved and I started doing different stuff and we just like fell off. We just fell out of touch. And then we reconnected earlier this year. And you know, it was great. I hadn't seen her in a while. Hey, what's going on? You know, I had my friend back and we were cool up until when she started saying stuff relating to my kids and stuff that she just didn't know about. I don't like nobody speaking on shit that you really don't know about, especially when it pertains to my children. And I remember we had got into it. She basically said something. It was pertaining directly to Jordan and like defense of Jordan's mom, and it was just like, I understand like you're a mom, so naturally you want to defend, but like shut the fuck up because you don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? And I mean it's like she got really disrespectful, and I can get like really nasty, but as I've gotten older, I learned to like choose peace, and I was just like, you know what, this relationship, it don't serve me anymore. Like you're talking crazy to me, and I feel like when people like talking like ridiculous to me, it's like you somewhere in that area you forgot that me and you were friends, and then you start to see people for who they truly is. And what I just decided is that all that time that we had spent apart, like we had both became two entirely different people, and you could never understand my life, and maybe I could never understand yours. And again, like it had went on for a while, like probably like a week or so, to where it just like the communication was off, and I was just like, you know, I'm not fucking with you no more. Like, don't call me, don't text me, you know, just go on with your life. Ain't no beef, ain't no malice. But again, I don't like nobody trying to like speak on shit that like I'm in and I'm directly going through. Like unless you hear me on a day to day, you don't really know what's going on or how I gotta handle shit. So to be like just again speaking recklessly on things you have no knowledge on, you just gotta shut the fuck up. I also had like a group of friends that I was like super super close with, and I mean like we're still cool, but like we just had, I guess you could say we had to take some time off from each other. And again, it's just like growing apart and you want different things, and like I started to just notice like, especially when I'm not like, if I'm with y'all all the time and then like I'm not getting invited to stuff, or if it's stuff like relating to my kid, like to kids, y'all doing events with kids, and then like I don't know nothing about it, nobody's telling me nothing. I kind of take that like extremely personal. So again, it's nothing to argue about. It's just like, oh, all right, you know, whatever it is, for whatever reason, you're not fucking with me, and that's cool. But I also understand. I started to notice that my personality is became too big for certain people, and that's okay. But I'm going to be me, and you know, again, like I think we all change daily, And again, like in life, that just happens. It's a natural cycle. You're gonna outgrow people. People are gonna change. There are gonna be things that people change, like that I'm cool with that I don't like, and I just have to be like, you know what, I don't want to be around that, or I can't be around you as much. And again, that's fucking okay. It's not like a big deal. It's not like something to fight over or nothing like that. But I don't know. And it's probably like only one person out that group that I really won't fuck with ever again. And I won't go too far into detail, but I remember I had a conversation with my brother about it, and I was just like yeah, I'm not fucking with her. Like it's like I already really wasn't fucking with her beforehand, and now it's kind of like you know what I mean? Like it's just certain things about certain people that I don't want to deal with, and I don't fucking have to. You know what I mean? But I mean, I think we're gradually getting back to a place where I mean, we're cool, we're cordial, but we still don't hang out or anything like that, and that just kind of like is what it is. But I've been like that with a lot of people lately because of the things that I'm doing. Like I'm focused on different shit. Like again, I don't want to sit around in the house every weekend. I just don't, and that's no shade to nobody, but that's not what I want to do. I have my own house. I could sit in my own house and fucking watch TV and all that. But I don't do that. I don't want to sit around and smoke weed all the time. I don't want to sit around and drink all the time. I'm very much into like going to the gym and staying in shape and eating healthy. And I know that was when I first originally started like eating differently and working out and stuff. That was probably like 10 years ago. But I noticed then like certain people I hung around, I just can't hang around them no more because like all y'all want to do is eat bullshit and be fucking unhealthy, and I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? So it's really hard to be in a company of people that are like criticizing what you eat, or they don't eat what you eat. You know what I'm saying? So I had, back 10 years ago, I had to like cut people off or not fuck with people a certain way because again, just choices I'm making in my life. I know people that have like taken religion very seriously, and like we don't hang out as much because I'm not on the same page as them, and that's okay. Doesn't mean we have a beef or we don't like each other. It's just like you have to remove the things from your life that are preventing you from like elevating, and it doesn't make them bad. It just means that they're not ready to go where you're going. They're not like my gym friends, the people that like I can sit and talk fitness with and talk recipes and about eating clean, like they're great, but we probably wouldn't be like in a bar nothing together. You know what I mean? They're just you have different friends for different shit. And I just think the older I get, I'm able to like identify that. I have friends at work who are like really solid ass friends. We've never hung out like outside of work, but they're really good work friends. You know what I mean? And I know that like they're people that I can talk to and confide in. Like we exchange secrets and we talk about shit all the time, because I mean you can really tell what a genuine person is, or somebody who's not going to stab you in the back and stuff like that. So just different friends. It's like different folks, different strokes. But you just gotta know when to like again just remove yourself. And sometimes it kind of be my own fault. Like sometimes I'm too damn nice to people. I can't even hold you because I'm very like non-confrontational. Like you really got to get me there for me to be like ready to fight or like talk shit. But I'm very much a like sweep it under the rug type of person. But what I noticed with certain people that I did cut off, it was the build up. It was stuff that was happening that I didn't address, and that's on me. That like it would be like a smart remark or something like that, or somebody would say something. I noticed that a lot during the pandemic, because I was like the only motherfucker that wasn't working during the pandemic. Well, it wasn't on the clock, but I was getting up every day and getting to it. And a lot of people didn't know that. Like I was learning how to do stuff. I was learning how to do floors and paint and fucking electric and plumbing. And as I was posting what I was doing in my house, people was reaching out to me and asking me, "Oh, do you know how to do this? Can you do this?" And I was like, "Yeah." And that's that was like my side hustle. But I remember like just the shade. Like people would always say like underhanded remarks, and like you wouldn't with me. I wouldn't catch it until like the next day. I'll be like, that motherfucker said like some slick shit, and it would be like, oh okay. But I don't know. I try not to get into, especially with like people I care about, for me to be like, I know I'm better than you, and I don't mean that in an arrogant way, but I know like where I'm at in life is better than where you're at. And sometimes I do have to check people, Like I had a dude that I know like recently had like said something crazy to me. It was like money related, and I'm not even like arrogant when it comes to that, but I had to like really check. I'm like, dude, like we don't live the same life, and I don't mean that in an arrogant way. I don't mean like I'm fucking wealthy or rich or nothing like that, because I'm not. I'm poor. Please don't rob me. But it's just like you. Sometimes you do gotta address the shade. Sometimes you gotta be like, you know what I mean. Some people you have to address it with, and others you can just be like, oh, okay, you can kind of take it and just like, I just can't fuck with you. So yeah, notice the shade, y'all. Notice when you're around people and they're saying underhanded remarks, or they're just saying like, you know, those jokes, but you know like it's really coming from somewhere else. Yeah, those are the ones you gotta pay attention to. And when you see that shit, stop fucking with people like that, because it's coming from a different place. It's probably coming from a place of jealousy. It's coming from a place of hating, whatever it is. But it's negative. And again, just remove anything negative from your life. You don't need those kind of friends. You really don't. I know I show up for my friends. I know how I show up for my friends, and I just expect the same thing in return. I'm really that friend that you can call any time of night, and like I'll get up and I'm gonna be there for you. Whatever it is, car accident, what a kid is sick, whatever it is, fire on her, whatever's going on. Like I'm that friend you can call, and that's not everybody, but there's a certain selective group of people, probably like 15 people. That are just like really friends, not relatives, but actual friends that can call me any time of the day and night. We could talk, whatever it is, you know. But some people also will abuse, you know, the friendship. You got to be mindful of that and stop overextending yourself. You know, if you feel like you're doing more in a friendship, you feel like you're showing up to all the birthday parties and all the events, and then when you have shit, these motherfuckers ain't showing up. Stop overextending yourself. Stop showing up to their shit. You know. And I know like you, because a lot of times like me, I don't want to like hurt kids' feelings, and kids don't have nothing to do with it. But if I have a bunch of kids, but if I'm having an event, I have something for my kids every year, and out of 5 events, you show up to 1, you know what I mean? And then you're having the same amount, and I'm showing up to all your shit. Yeah, I'm gonna stop showing up to your shit, because like, we're not even looking for gifts. It's just about showing up, and then being around one another. Whatever I got going on is obviously not important enough to you. I know everybody works or whatever, but everybody can get off. You can get off work for half of that shit. So, and I do a pretty good job of reaching out and letting people know way in advance. I'm talking like months. Hey, I'm having this. And come on through. Come, come hang out with us, whatever it is. And that's all I be wanting is people to come together and hang out. Like, you know, I want that atmosphere. When a person doesn't reciprocate a friendship the way you do, that shit is painful. When a person doesn't protect you the way you protect them, it's fucking painful. You feel out of sorts. You feel like, what, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Like, what am I? Why? You know what I mean? It becomes more of a why. So I had to tap into like a new level of strength and really get past a lot of that shit. Just, you know, look at it like, you know what? Like, it was so much strength in me just saying, okay, that was shade. That was nutty. That was corny. Oh, I saw what you posted. I saw the indirect. And just keep it moving. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to be out here fist fighting with people that I love. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of times it's easy to just like peep it and just let me move the fuck on. And it becomes more of a like, you said what you said and you did what you did. If we talk about it one day and we have dialogue, and again, there's people that I still like. We probably really need to sit down and just talk. I don't mean we don't got to be super tight afterwards, but there's some things we just got to discuss. Like, you know what I mean, on both parts, because I ain't perfect. I could be extremely fucking petty when I'm pissed off, and I'm pretty sure it's some things that there's folks that they want to say to me, like, you know, Ryan, that you did, that shit was corny, it was fucked up, I didn't like you said that, and we'll have dialogue about it, we'll talk about it, and we'll get past it or get through it, and whatever happens. A lot of times people, they try to make you feel bad for doing positive shit or different shit. Again, back to the gym. I just remember like motherfuckers really was like on some, oh, all you eat is grass, and it was just like, what? Like, no, I'm just changing the way I eat. You know what I mean? I really got into it, and again, being a black man, and we talking about cancer earlier, prostate cancer, anything, diabetes, colon cancer. There's a lot of things that, like bullshit that you eat out here, and it really does cause cancer. And then being a black man, I have to be a little more like aware and take certain precautions so that I am living a long, healthy life. And that really, fitness for me isn't about like looking good. It's about feeling good, and then also like the inside part of my body. I need to make it. I really, when I tell people I want to live to be 100, I really do. I don't think I will, but I want to get as close as I fucking can. You know, um, I also become like more of a traveler. Like I want to go see stuff. I want to. That's why I have my passport now. I want to go places. I like doing shit. I don't want to keep taking local trips. I don't want to. Nobody wants to keep fucking going to New York and Miami. Like I tell people all the time, like if you got a Miami trip, don't fucking invite me. I done been to Miami 100 fucking times. I done been to New York 100 fucking times. The shit is boring. Like that stamps, nothing but stamps and islands. Like if you don't want to do that, then cool. And I get like that type of traveling isn't for everybody, but I don't want to. I don't want to take a vacation that I got to drive to. I don't want to drive to fucking Maryland and we on vacation. I'm not saying it's not good shit to do in Maryland or, whatever. Virginia. There's places in the States that you can get to that are really nice. I just don't want to do that. I want to go somewhere and it be warm and it be tropical, and I want to enjoy myself. I think that's all I got for that today. My message for today is: do not be afraid to leave people where they are or where they had you fucked up. So real fast, last night, and apparently I guess it been happened. Minnie and Mickey Mouse broke up. Like, what the fuck is going on, y'all? I saw this and I'm like what is going on? Like, why are they changing everything? You know what I mean? And like, I already see where it's going, and I hope they don't. Like, but some stuff you gotta leave alone. Like, it's a cartoon. Kids watch this. Like, it's obviously it presents, the vision of structure and a relationship, this and that. But they broke them up, and so help me God, they better not turn them gay. And I have gay friends that I'm very close with. I respect the LGBTQ community. All that. I have no issues with none of that. I do, however, have an issue with them putting things on TV that kids are looking at. And kids don't need to see a lot of that stuff. They just don't. You know what I mean? Because that can go one or two. Oh, excuse me. That can go one or two ways. We can put a whole lot of stuff on TV. We could be really showing some really, if we want to educate, we need to educate on everything then. You know what I mean? It just opens up the path for like stuff other things that I really do not want my kids seeing. So I hope to God that's not the route they go on, or somehow Mickey is now got a little Minnie and she is a single mom out here in these streets. I just like, no, some stuff they just gotta leave the fuck alone, man. As far as me, man, I'm changing. I'm maturing. I'm not apologizing for it. And ultimately, I only want like the most genuine people around me. People that not necessarily want the same things I want, but want the best for me. The same way I want the best for them. And something else I find funny, those little fake friendship check-ins before people ask for money, like, stop. That shit be corny, yo. Like, I don't know. And I'm very much a person that I like to help people, but recently I just had to start saying no. Like, nah, like, it'll be, you get a text message, you ain't talked to this motherfucker in like 3 months. And I mean, like, not even a check-in or anything, none of that, not social media, and it'd be like, hey, bro. And then, I'll be looking, I'm like, I know it's coming. Can I borrow this? And it's just like, no, I don't have it. Because, like, I get people go through stuff and stuff be going on, but I don't do people like that. I'm not going to not talk to you for months and then just text you like, yo, can you pay this bill for me? Like, nah, bro. Like, that shit's corny. So, y'all got to notice that, too. Them little fake check-ins where people ain't hit you in a minute and they basically just calling, to test the water so they can get some money. Like, no. Yeah, that's all I got today, man. I got a plug today. I'm plugging my guy, Larry. Larry Wright, we work together. He's a photographer, extremely talented. He takes some really phenomenal pictures, man. Again, he's a black brother, so, I plug pretty much all of our people on here. You can find him on IG at Larry Wright Photography. That's LarryWrightPhotography on IG. And then also his website is wrightphotography.com, WRIGHTPHOTOGRAPHY.com, wrightphotography.com. Again, he's a really talented photographer. He's a really good dude, man. He actually recently he just got into a relationship. I'm so happy for him. I was actually DMing him like 2 weeks ago. He's just a really solid dude. So get with him, reach out to him if you need some work done or whatever, or check his page out. He may do something that you like. But until next time, I hope everybody has a great week. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.